No. Hey, buddy. Hey, I heard a loud noise. Sounded like maybe something got thrown against a wall, maybe? No. I know you told me you were queuing into rank tonight, so just wanted to make sure we weren't raging against the machine over here. I can see half your keyboard on the floor, buddy. I get it. Hey, look, I should have told you about this a while ago, but I used to game a good bit myself back in the day, and sometimes I would get pretty angry. Yeah. It's a little embarrassing. I remember one time I slammed my 5th grade librarian's head into a desktop monitor because I couldn't figure out the last level of Fireboy and Water Girl. But look, all I'm trying to say is, if you ever need any help getting locked in, I'm just right down the hall. Okay. Also, your mom and me are filming some TikTok dances in the living room. If we could just keep it down here. Alright, thanks. And scene. That's how, and I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your future kids, but that's how I would go about addressing gamer rage in young video gamers. I've developed several techniques like that over the years, and I encourage you to check out my full research on the topic. I'll put a link. But yeah, it's for mature audiences. I will warn, or I have to warn legally, I guess I should say. So gaming rage is a topic that I'm passionate about, and I really think I can help others with it. So in this video, we're going to go through several games, a few different genres, and hopefully we can help those controllers stay in one piece. Quick disclaimer, gaming rage is a condition that should be taken seriously, and like a lot of medical conditions, there are certain people that are predisposed to experiencing them. If your name is Kyle, you are what we would consider to be in the at-risk population, and we have the data to support that over the years. For whatever reason, your dad liked BMX a little too much, your mom drank too many Monster Energy drinks when she was having you, you came out of Kyle. You see drywall and you just gotta, I get it, right? There's no easy fix to that, and that's a whole other issue. Off the top of my head, I would say, maybe trend away from the PvP, online ranked multiplayer, competitive games, and do something a little lower stakes. Bratz Forever Diamonds is a game that I've recommended to a lot of the Kyles that have come to me, and they all seem to love it. So, anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, we're starting off with kind of a tough one. Most gaming rage comes from a buildup of tension in a stressful, typically online multiplayer scenario, and that's just the foundation of Battle Royale games. You can't escape it. So, if Hunger Games was a little too intense for you, and you had to get removed by security because you kept trying to put a popcorn bucket on the projector, then these just might not be for you. Oh, one thing I will say, a quick tip I just recently heard about that I guess people are starting to do. Play ranked and intentionally get your rank really low, and then you'll just play people way worse than you. I think they're calling it doing a smurf or smurfing. I don't know. It's the cool thing to do now. I see it all the time in my games. Professionals loading into a silver lobby, and they beat me, and it's so fun to watch them play. Alright, shifting gears here into a game that I've put a lot of hours into, so honestly I've got the strat down pretty much to a science on this one. What you're going to want to do is turn the game chat off until you get to rank like Plat 2 or Plat 3. then honestly, it's pretty smooth sailing from there. Everybody's super chill, you get the best teammates, and yeah, it just gets friendlier the higher up you go, so I've heard. The only tricky thing about Rocket League is that they actually have a built-in rage simulator mode, which some people accidentally queue into, but as long as you don't do that, you're good.
Here we go.
We're biting off another category of games here that may seem like we won't run into that much rage-inducing content, but realistically, 90% of the time we're talking about Wii Sports Resort, and Mario Kart. 3 games that seem simple and friendly, but we know that those are the type of games that can sometimes bring out the demons that no online ranked competitive game can. My strategy for these games, and I'm pretty proud of this one. You know when the big kid in school sees that you brought your Yu-Gi-Oh deck, so he walks over to beat you up and take it, but you start beating yourself up before it gets to you, so he gets confused and walks away? We've all done it. Well, my advice is to watch one of these guys' videos.
Bitch! Too many fucking wrong turns!
It will confuse your brain into thinking that you've already raged and you don't need to anymore. And also, guys, come on, this is an easy one. Use the strap-on. I got guys coming to me all the time. I don't want to, it's lame. I had a guy, he plays Wii Sports with his wife, and he told me his hand works fine. He doesn't need a strap-on. Okay, you can only do so much with your hand. Just saying. And tell your wife to use a strap-on. Like, what are you so scared of? Okay, I know the mobile gaming community is an endangered species, and there'll be like 2 of you watching this, so I'll make this quick. I've said this in a previous video, but most of the rage from mobile gamers is going to stem from performance issues with the phone. So, just to reiterate, you're going to want to play with your phone plugged in, Bluetooth off. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Case removed, iOS 17.4. Tape the ice pack around your right hand and slowly lower the brightness down until you can reliably run about 14 FPS. Otherwise, yeah, Last War is going to be pretty rage-inducing.
Scoring points. You
don't really see a lot of racing game rage, especially from the guys that have the full F1 simulation rig set up, and I'm assuming that's because they had to take out a second mortgage to pay for that. So yeah, if you're struggling with racing rage, try buying more expensive shit. My advice for gamers raging in Minecraft is completely difficulty dependent. Like, if you're raging in peaceful mode, I don't even... Go for a walk. Drink some herbal tea. If you're raging in easy or normal, come on, man. I get it, skeletons are annoying, but respawn, grab your stuff. If you're raging in hardcore, however, that probably means you just lost your world. In which case, go for it, man. Like, we get it. Nobody blames you. Let it out. That's the type of rage where if you try to keep that in, you're going to be making alpha male podcast clips in your 30s, for sure.
Although the king is slower than the queen, he's the most important piece. The king can't die. The queen can die.
I know I haven't talked about any fighting games yet. Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Brawlhalla, any of the Smash Brothers. Rage in these games is kind of like tradition, especially Smash Bros. I mean, it's like if you were playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and you walked up and punched Patrick Mahomes in the face, it would be frowned upon. Not by me, because like, stop winning, dude. But when 2 hockey guys go up and start slapping each other around, everybody's just like, yeah, fine, about time. Here we go. Same thing for fighting games. Like, go for it. Just don't half-ass it. Don't mean mug the camera and then tip your chair over. We watched Jigglypuff float around for 10 minutes. We want to see controllers explode. Like me, subscribe me. Let me know how to beat the last level of Fireboy and Water Girl. And check out my last video if you missed it, where I talk about the greatest video game ever made, which just so happens to be my favorite game. That's called Good Taste. But you better hurry, because the content train is a-chugging.